Hi, welcome to lesson number 4 in the unit on the Dvaravati civilization. In this lesson we're going to learn about agriculture and hunting. So the Dvaravati people primarily ate and harvested rice. And they used the system of wet rice farming, much like we use in Thailand today. This system of farming requires the farmer to flood the rice fields. In order to do so, they need to get water from a water source. They need to find a way to move that water to the rice fields. And how do we do that? Well, we create canals or waterways from the water source to the rice fields. And this method of moving water is called irrigation. So the Dvaravati people had a knowledge of irrigation. All right? We're going to learn more about irrigation in an upcoming unit, but for now that's basically all you need to know. The definition of irrigation, and know that the Dvaravati people had a knowledge of this, and they used irrigation to flood their rice fields. Now, how did the farmers actually plow the rice fields? They had to use 3 people and 1 buffalo, actually. So this picture is not a completely accurate representation or depiction of how the Dvaravati people farmed the rice, but it gives you a pretty good idea. But in actual fact, they would have had 2 more people. 1 person ahead of the buffalo here, guiding the buffalo across the field in the direction they want him to go. Another person behind the buffalo, urging him forward, and 1 person behind the plow to control the plow. So that's how they farm their rice, essentially. Now, these farms were not located within the cities. Of course, farms take up a lot of space, so they were actually located outside the cities, outside the moats, outside the ramparts. And the farmers would have supplied the food for the people living in the city, of course. Now, if you're interested, I provided you with a video about wet rice cultivation. So if you want to pause this video, go into the slides and watch this YouTube video that I provided you with. You can go ahead and do so. Now, the Dvaravati people also domesticated animals, meaning they kept animals on the farm. So what kind of animals did they domesticate? They domesticated pigs, goats, hens, and ducks. And they also hunted small animals. And how did they hunt small animals? They used something called a pellet bow, which is like a bow and arrow, but without the arrow. So instead of an arrow, they used a pellet, which is like a small stone or rock. But they weren't necessarily rocks that you pick up off the ground. They were likely rocks, or rather they were likely balls of clay that were formed for a specific purpose, being used in the pellet bow. I've also provided you with a video of a man shooting a pellet bow, which is quite cool, so if you want to check that out, you can go ahead and do so. But that's about it for this lesson, so thanks for listening.